on the scoreboard, the Renner Royals in your post-22 Hardhats. As we get things going in game number one, we're going to set up the starting lineups. First off, the batting lineup for Renner, leading off, number 3, Paxton Zone. Batting second, number 13, Alex McKinney. Batting third, number 11, Sam Doubleheader. Batting fourth, number 21, Colin Boyle. Batting fifth, number 12, Landon Norner. Batting sixth, number 18, Sawyer Konechny. Batting seventh, number 42, Parker Scheidt. Batting eighth, number 17, Dylan Creech. And batting ninth, number 7, Jack Canfield. And now let's set up the defensive lineup for your Hardhats. In the outfield from left to right in game number one, we have Kenny McLeod in left, Morris Keeper in center, and Hudson Oval in right. In the infield around the horn at third base, Hadley Burris at shortstop, Jackson Reeder at second base, Rickson Steen at first base, William Turnquist. Behind the plate in game number one is Reese Palmer. And on the mound for the Hardhats is number 23, Tate Giddings.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here for Game 1 of the doubleheader between the Post-22 Hardhats and the Post-307 Renner Royals. As the lineups were both given to us for Renner, as we'll take a look here defensively, I should say on the mound for Post-22, and number 23, Tate Giddings, as he gets the nod here from skipper Coach Rich Downs. As for Giddings on the season, 13 innings pitched with a 1-0 record, along with 9 strikeouts, 12 walks, and a 3.23 ERA. For the right-handed throwing pitcher, number 23, Tate Giddings. So 3 batters to up here for Renner will be the second baseman, number 3, Paxton Sohn, followed by the right field, number 13, Alex McKinney, and batting third, the catcher, number 11, Sam Donahoe. Those are the 3 batters due up for Renner after the Post-22 Hardhats having a doubleheader yesterday against Yankton, falling in Game 1 in 13 innings played of a final score of 1-0. And then in Game 2 of the doubleheader, they split the series with a 5-4 victory. As for tonight, another doubleheader at 5 and 7:30, as after this game it will be senior night. And then tomorrow, followed again with another doubleheader against Watertown at 5 and 7:30, as that is Pie Night sponsored by Colonial House. And then soon the Firecracker will start on July 1st and going through the 5th. So a busy schedule ahead here for Post-22. As ready to go here for Paxton Sohn, the second baseman, as he steps up to the plate. Reese Palmer, the catcher for Game 1 of the doubleheader for the Post-22 Hardhats, as Giddings offers the first pitch, and we're underway, as that will fall in for strike 1. It will be a righty versus righty matchup, as Giddings gives the nod to Palmer. The 0-1 pitch to the plate, as this one is down the middle here for strike 2. 2 pitches in here, just the first batter, Paxton Sohn, with the right fielder and Alex McKinney waiting on deck. Giddings with the glove out in front of his face. As the bat up to the shoulder for Sohn. As the pitch comes, this one is going to hit him on the left leg. As that will be a hit by pitch, just a leadoff hitter here in this inning. And now that pulls up the right fielder, Alex McKinney. Not the ideal way that Tate Giddings wanted to start the first batter of the game. As that one just gets a little bit too inside, hitting the right-handed batter. As McKinney will come up, as they will check on Sohn on first base to see if he needs to take a second outside. As Renner wearing the baby blue uniforms as Post-22 in the royal blue. As the deep blue on the scoreboard on the left screen with the Hardhats in red. As here comes the pitch. This one is up high for ball 1. So second batter and Alex McKinney in the right fielder. As he taps on home plate, another right-handed batter that Tate Giddings will see here. As Giddings takes a deep breath, the 1-0 pitch comes. This one is inside, as that'll be called for strike 1. As just 2 pitches on to the first batter, and Sohn, he put him with 2 strikes. On the third one, he followed a hitter with a hit by pitch. As for McKinney here, who starts off on a 1-1 count. As Giddings looks straight ahead. As right-hander dishes one to the plate. This one is going to hit him again. as I might have jinxed that one, as that's going to be back-to-back hit by pitches. As Coach Downs makes his way up the stairs from the dugout and makes his way up here to the mound. With Paxton Sohn and Alex McKinney both getting on first and second following hit by pitches. As Sam Donahoe, the catcher, who will come up here shortly after just the mound visit with Tate Giddings and Reese Palmer on the mound. As Braden Stapert, who is the Game 1 starter in the 13-inning 0-1 loss against Yankton. As Rowan Fredrickson, who got the loss in that match. As the bullpen umpire will come up his way to break this mound visit up. So, mound visit will come to an end as Coach Downs makes his way back. As Sam Donahoe, the catcher here, just the third batter in the lineup for the Renner Royals, with runners on 1 and 2 following hit by pitches. As Giddings takes a look over to Sohn on second. As a bunt show here as Turnquist, the first baseman, comes up closer, but that will be a miss for strike one. He's trying to find the sac bunt with nobody out and runners on first and second here for Renner. Giddings puts the ball behind his back as Turnquist now playing the runner in first. As he'll see if he could try to cheat and move up closer. But first Reese Palmer, as he will give a quick call sign to his infielders. As Turnquist points over to Burris, we'll see if he makes his way down. 0-1 count following the miss on the bunt show from Donahoe. As Giddings with the nod, takes another look to the runner on second. Reader right behind him as the pitch comes he will lay off from the bunt. That one falling in for strike two. As Sam Donahoe at the plate with Colin Boyle, the DH, on deck. And McKinney on first with Sohn on second. Giddings, first two, he tried to go for a bunt as he missed both. Giddings looking back and forth. The pitch comes. This one is up high and makes that one for ball one. Count here with 1-2, just 3 pitches to the third batter in the lineup. Bull 22, who went 3-3 in the Omaha tournament, as then they had followed with the first games back from that tournament against Yankton yesterday, as they went on back-to-back losses. This will be hit here towards Burris at third, and he will make this throw to first. Turnquist makes the catch, as that will be the first out here of the inning, but that will advance the runners from first and second to second and third. As the Hardhats mentioned earlier, as the last game of the Omaha tournament take that loss to Carpetland and then followed with a loss to Yankton. With back-to-back, they followed with the win as they look to go back into that win streak. And now up to the plate, here comes the designated hitter, number 21, Colin Boyle. As we see the first out in the inning. Hadley Burris getting that put out. As here comes the first pitch. This one is up high in the strike zone, called for strike one. As Giddings facing all right-handed batters here so far, just to the first 4. As Boyle looks over to his third base coach. As the go-ahead run on third base. Giddings looks back to second and third. The 0-1 pitch comes, and a bunt will be placed down. Picked up by Giddings, underhands it to Palmer. The tag gets him, and a great tag for Reese Palmer as Giddings gets the scoop over to home plate, as that will bring in, trying to get the first run of the game out. So 2 away, as the runner will advance to third on that. As the bunt there, so that's going to put runners on the corners. And now the first baseman, number 12, Landon Norenberg, comes up to the plate. As a bunt was placed, they tried to do that earlier with Sam Donahoe on the first 2. He went for the miss as Boyle gets up there, places one directly towards Giddings, doesn't have to move very far from the mound. And the underhands it over to Palmer at home plate as they get the tag out. As the first pitch that comes here to Norenberg is down low of the box for ball one. Giddings leans on in. Takes a peek over the runner on first. The right-hander takes a deep breath on the mound. The pitch is swung on, hits him off the leg, and comes into play. As that will be called for a foul ball, and that one did not feel good. As Norenberg will have him take a second after making contact. That one going directly down and getting him in the shin. So he'll take a second here outside the box. Count 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away in the first inning. Renner trying to get the first run of the game, and Reese Palmer shuts the back door and gets the tag at home. As Giddings receives the pitch call. Runner jumping back and forth at third. This one is down into the dirt. As the runner will hold off on first. That one was just sitting right under Reese Palmer. As that one goes for ball 2. 2-1 count. As Nuremberg back into the batter's box. Giddings, one more look to the runner at first. As the pitch comes, a swing. This is a ground ball, hits a Reeder at shortstop, underhands it to Steen at second, and gets the tag there for the third and final out at the top of the first inning. After a little bit of a rocky start for Tatum Giddings, the first 2 batters he faced off on the third pitch he gave them with hit by pitches, put runners on first and 2 with nobody out, and the catcher in Sam Donahoe, who comes up, places a ground ball right to Hadley Burris, as that was for the first out, and then followed with Colin Boyle. He went for the bunt that was placed right in front of Tatum Giddings as he throws that to the home plate as Palmer got the tag. As that brought us the second out, and then Nuremberg, who grounds to Jackson Reeder at shortstop and puts 3 away. For post 22, the 3 batters due up will be the designated hitter, Aiden Roberts, batting second, the shortstop, number 3, Jackson Reeder, and batting third, the center fielder, number 19, Lars Kiefer. As we'll take a look here defensively for Renner. In the outfield, in left field is number 42, Parker Scheidt. In center field is number 18, Sawyer Kenichi. And in right field is number 13, Alex McKinney. In the infield for Renner at third base is number 17, Dylan Krish. At shortstop is number 7, Jack Canfield. And at second base is number 3, Paxton Sohn. And at first base is number 12, Landon Nuremberg. Doing the catching for Renner is number 11, Sam Donahoe. The starting pitcher is a left-handed thrower, number 5, Owen Lechtenberg. As the Hardhats getting ready to come up to the plate. As here for Aiden Roberts on his season with a .408 batting average, along with a .511 on-base percentage, 31 hits, 23 RBIs, and 32 runs scored for the Hardhats DH. We usually see him playing in the second or third base position. As here comes Lechtenberg in his final warm-up pitches. As it'll be Coach Downs at third base as Coach Nick Ewing first.
Number 5, Owen Lechtenberg. Leading off for the Hardhats, number 10, Aiden Roberts.
As Aiden Roberts, who comes up to the plate, as he usually has some leadoff magic. He usually gets a hit, as he will step up into the plate. So it's going to start for the bottom of the first inning. Still in a 0-0 game. As Lechtenberg offers the first pitch, Roberts takes a swing, a hard hit ground ball. The second baseman makes a diving catch. The throw to first over the head of the first baseman and goes out of play. So Roberts, like I said, leadoff magic. He gets over to second with that one going out of play. As that brings us to the first error of the game. The second baseman in number 3, Paxton Sohn, making a great dive to make that catch as he popped up with the speed from Aiden Roberts. Probably scared him as the throw just went up and over the head of the first baseman, Landon Nuremberg. So Roberts will start off on second. This pulls up the shortstop, number 3, Jackson Reeder. As for Reeder, first lefty versus lefty, we'll see. As Lechtenberg looks to Roberts as a bunt show there from Reeder. That one falls in for a strike. For Jackson's stats here on the season, a .422 batting average, along with 35 hits, 23 RBIs, and 32 runs for the Hardhats shortstop. Count here 0-1. As Lechtenberg looks to Roberts, he's going to take it off to third, as he was almost about halfway. As the next pitch goes a little bit outside for ball 1. Jackson Reeder still trying to show for a bunt. Just the second hitter in the lineup for the Hardhats with Kiefer on deck. As the lefty on the mound. The 1-1 pitch comes to Reeder as Roberts takes off to third. No one covering the bag. And a stolen base for Aiden Roberts puts the go-ahead run here for the Hardhats on third. As for Aiden making that for his 17th stolen bag on the season. As the count here now, 2 balls and 1 strike for Reeder. Lechtenberg offers the pitch. That one is outside for ball 3. After the first one on a bunt show, trying to go from Reeder, and follows the next 3 with 3 balls. As the glove out in front of Lechtenberg, offers the next pitch. That one is outside for ball 4, and the first 2 batters for the Hardhats are on base. And for Jackson Reeder, as that makes that for his 16th walk on the season. He's now a hot bat coming up to the plate in center fielder, number 19, Lars Kiefer. Kiefer on the season, a .415 batting average, along with 509 on-base percentage, 39 hits, that is a team high, along with 33 RBIs and 37 runs scored for the Hardhats center fielder. So Roberts on third and Reeder on first. As Lechtenberg kicks the leg, the first pitch is inside, taken for ball 1 by Kiefer. As he looks over to Coach Downs, Jackson Reeder on the season, making that for 9 stolen bases. He wouldn't mind tagging along for a 10th, as he tries to get first base open. 1-0 count as the pitch comes to Kiefer. Ground ball to second, underhands it for 1 out and throw to first for 2. So a double play. 1 run will come in to score for Aiden Roberts as the Hardhats get the first run of the game. It brings us to the 4-6-3 double play. So no runners aboard. As now here comes the first baseman, number 15, Regan Turnquist, as he is batting cleanup for the Hardhats. For him on the season, a .346 batting average with a .370 on-base percentage, 9 hits, 4 RBIs, 6 runs. As they will wait for Kiefer here, as he was trying to make that long run from home to first, trying to get out of that double play, as he was picking up his equipment. So 2 away following that double play. Roberts, who comes in to score for the run. As Turnquist steps into the batter's box. As Lechtenberg puts the glove out in front of him, he waits the pitch call here from Donahoe. As he turns, the pitch is going to be outside, as that one is for ball 1. Turnquist also having a hot bat here recently. He finished with the Omaha tournament, looking good for him, as he's riding along on a hit streak. As the next pitch, this one comes up high, a great take for ball 2. Takes a second outside the box, makes his way back in. Lechtenberg gives the nod as the 2-0 pitch comes. Turnquist to swing. This one is a ground ball to the second baseman as Sohn throws to first, and the catch is made for the 3rd out of the first inning. As Renner, they got really close to scoring the first run of the game after a tag out from Palmer at home plate, with Hardhats allowing no runs at the end of the top of the first. And then Aiden Roberts, as he gets on third base following his ground out that ended up into an error, as he gets the first run of the game as Pulse 22 with a 1-0 lead after 1. We'll take a short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the second inning.
In the process of getting this new look for community, not only in terms of developing community support, but also actively getting it built. So I love coming here and seeing 10,000 people on a sold-out concert, or 7,000 or 8,000 on a sold-out rodeo night, and I'm watching people enjoy this. I'm watching our community come together.
In the game for Post 22, replacing Kiefer in center field as number 7, Richard Karn.
Ready to go here to start the second inning, as a change was made there in between innings for Post 22, as Bridger Karn will come in for this game into center field, as Lars Kiefer, as he'll take a second to look over at the trainer after getting injured after that double play he hit into. So here we go, ready for the start, as the leadoff batter is the center fielder, number 18, Sawyer Konichi. As the first pitch he sees, that one lands into center field, and that will be for a base hit, as that is the first hit here of the game. And now here comes the left fielder, number 42, Parker Scheidt. As the leadoff man, first pitch he sees follows with a single. As we saw in the first inning, the first two batters getting hit by pitches to put runners on first and second. As Giddings scans on first, as Turnquist has his glove up and ready. As the pitch comes, this one is down into the turf, as a good block there from Palmer. That one gets him in the chest pad and rolls off to the side. As that was another bunt show there from Renner. As they're just trying to get that runner on first over to second. Count with 1-0. With Scheidt back into the box. As Burris sneaks up a little closer. A bunt show, this one is placed down to Giddings. He picks up and throws it over to Turnquist at first. As that will be for the first out following the sac bunt from Parker Scheidt. And now the third baseman, number 17, Dylan Kreesh, comes up to the plate. As that is one of the successful bunts we have seen, or sac bunt we have seen placed here in this game, after both teams have tried along with that. So Konichi goes over to second base, as Kreesh waiting to see his first pitch, as a step off there from Giddings. After the runner on second had a little bit of a lead, as Reeder will shadow right behind him. Giddings offers the first pitch. This one falls in for a strike, as the count here will go 0-1. As for last week for Tate Giddings, as he threw in the second game of the Omaha tournament against Fargo, where he threw a total of 106 pitches, as he's making his first appearance back on the mound following that game. As the next pitch, this one is just outside for ball one. So two pitches here for Dylan Kreesh. He faces a 1-1 count with one away at the top of the second inning. Giddings gives the nod to Palmer. We'll look over the runner on second. Reeder backs off. The 1-1 pitch is inside. Counts for strike two. As Kreesh thought that one was going to come a little bit closer to him, as he started to back up a little bit, put his hands back. So 1-2 count following that strike looking. As Giddings the ball behind his back, as he gives the nod over to Palmer. One final look to the runner on second. The 1-2 pitch is swung on up high. This one is into right field, as Hudson Ogle is under it, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, as that will be for the second out here of the inning, as Renner trying to get the tying run of the game here and a score just 90 feet away on third base. So Kreesh on the fly out. And now this pulls up the shortstop, number 7, Jack Canfield, as we're already here to the 9th batter in the lineup for Renner with 2 away, as Giddings the glove over his face. As he kicks the leg, this one is down the middle, in for strike one. Put a little pepper on that one, as that one zinged across home plate into the glove of Palmer. 0-1 count with Sawyer Konichi on third base. To get there, he hit the leadoff single, followed by the sac bunt, and the fly out there, as that is going to be a balk given out from Giddings. So an unearned run comes in to score for Renner to make this a tie game, as Giddings, who was getting ready to pitch, and then he must have turned back away. He looked to wipe on the head, and right as he turned, too late, as that will be offered for a balk, as Renner ties this game to 1-1. As the next pitch, this one is just going to be down low for ball one. So the count here 1-1 to Jack Canfield, as Sawyer Konichi gets the tying run. As Giddings the next pitch, this one is down low just right above the home plate, as that one goes down into the turf for ball two. 2-1 count with 2 away. Nobody on bases for Renner. Giddings kicks and deals on the 2-1. This one is swung on and missed for strike two. One more strike here from the Hardhats, putting away the top of the second inning. So Giddings, one deep breath, as he is in the mindset of one more pitch. And the 2-2. Comes to the plate, Swan on a ground ball, gets past him. As that one goes to Steen on second, throws to first, and the catch is made for the third out of the top of the second inning. So, leadoff man and Sawyer Kenichi, as first pitch he sees, gets a single, and followed with a sac bunt from Parker Scheidt, and then Dylan Creesh with a fly out to right field. That tagged the runner-up on to third, and then followed with a balk given out with Sawyer Kenichi coming in to score the tying run for the 1-1 game. And then Jack Canfield there, who grounds over to Brixton Steen on second for 3 outs. Post 22, the 3 batters due up here for the second inning will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, and Brixton Steen, Hadley Burris, and Kane McLeod. After 2 innings pitched for Giddings, as they no strikeouts, no walks, as we have seen here in 1 inning pitch for Owen Lechtenberg with 1 walk given out. And then we saw a double play from Kiefer where he sustained his injury. So Bridger Karn will come in to bat for him in that third batting order spot. As Lechtenberg gets in his final warm pitches on the mound for Renner.
Leading off the for the Hardhats, number 13, Brixton Steen.
So Brixton Steen, who steps up to the plate for the first baseman on the season, as he's playing second here in this game. A .409 batting average with a .559 on-base percentage, 18 hits, 14 RBIs, and 11 runs scored, as he recorded 2 hits in the loss to Yankton. As the first pitch, it's a ground ball to the second baseman. The throw to first, is it in time? Yes, it is. An incredible play from the second baseman in Paxton Sohn. That was a hard-hit ground ball from Steen. Makes the diving catch and the throw just in time to get the out on Steen. Just close. So first out going to Steen on the ground out. Pulls up the third baseman, and number 14, Hadley Burris. As the second ground ball we have seen, third ground ball hit to Paxton Sohn, as Burris, the first pitch comes up high and inside for him. For the Hardhats third baseman on the season, a .333 batting average with 24 hits and 29 runs scored. As the next pitch is not in the strike zone, counted for ball 2. 2-0 count with 1 away, as Burris gets the bat back up to his shoulder. As Lechtenberg offers away, this one is in for strike 1. So Burris faces a 2-ball, 1-strike count, as the left fielder, number 2, Kane McLeod, on deck, as this one is up high for ball 3. As Burris takes a look over to Coach Downs as he claps for him. 3-1. As Lechtenberg kicks the leg, the pitch is low and outside, and ball 4. So the second walk allowed on the day from Owen Lechtenberg. As for Hadley Burris, that adds for his 18th walk on the season. And now the left fielder at number 2, Kane McLeod, is up to the plate. For him on the season, a .198 batting average, along with 16 hits and 24 RBIs. So with 1 out and 1 runner on, as Lechtenberg offers the pitch, this one is going to hit Kane McLeod as he jumped in the batter's box. That one's still clipping the cleats, as we see the first hit by pitch thrown from Owen Lechtenberg. So that puts runners on first and second, and Burris and McLeod. And here comes the catcher, number 5, Reese Palmer, as we're going to see a mound visit first before Palmer sees a pitch. So it followed there with a walk and a hit by pitch, as Burris will make his way over to Coach Downs, as they will discuss what they want him to do on this at-bat. As for Reese Palmer on the season, a .292 batting average with a .441 on-base percentage, 7 hits, 13 RBIs, and 4 runs for the Hardhats catcher. As the mound visit is wrapped up on the mound, so they will break off, as Owen Lechtenberg will see the 8th batter of the lineup for the Hardhats, and Reese Palmer. As as he takes a second here and waits for his catcher in Sam Donahoe to go back behind home plate. As senior night is tonight, as well as that will be streamed here on Hardhats TV following this game, as that will happen before Game 2 of the doubleheader. Following the mound visit as Owen Lechtenberg takes a look over the runner on second. The pitch comes to Palmer as he will take a swing, gets a piece fit for a foul ball, as the count will go 0-1. As Roberts will go in and get that one out of the way. As Palmer takes a look over to Coach Downs as he gives him the call sign. Sways the bat down low. Lechtenberg, ball in the glove as he has it here at his chest. As the 0-1 pitch comes, as Palmer holds back on the swing, that one is in for strike 2. So just 2 pitches in for 2 strikes. As he will step back into the right-handed batter's box with the right fielder and number 9, Hudson Ogle, on deck. As Lechtenberg looks to second where Burris is at. The 0-2 pitch, this one is down the turf, it's going to get away. It goes behind the catcher, and a wild pitch will advance runners to second and third. As that is a crucial play there from post 22, and a now tied 1-1 game. As infielders are told they have to stay out, as they will check there. As now the 1-2 count here for Reese Palmer. Runners on 2 and 3. As the next pitch is in down low. That one also escaping out of the glove of Sam Donahoe. So a 2-2 here for Reese Palmer. Hadley Burris on third base, followed with Kane McLeod on second. As the lefty in Lechtenberg waits for the pitch call as it comes to the plate. Palmer a swing. Ground ball hit to the second baseman. He will look off home and throws to first. So a ground out to bring us the second out, but a run that will come in to score from Hadley Burris makes this a 2-1 game as the Hardhats back in the lead. And now this will pull up the right fielder in number 9, Hudson Ogle. So Burris comes in to score for his 30th run on the season. As Palmer grounds out, as Kane McLeod, who remains on third. First pitch to Hudson Ogle is low and inside for the 1-0 start. For him on the season, a .318 batting average with a .400 on-base percentage, 7 hits, along with 6 runs scored. As Lechtenberg, that one is going to hit him off of the shoulder. So the second hit by pitch that we have seen here in this inning from Owen Lechtenberg, as both pitchers now having 2 hit by pitches just in 2 innings here in this game. As that puts runners on the corners for the Hardhats. And I will go back to the top of the order in the designated hitter, number 10, Aiden Roberts. As he, first time up, he hit that ground ball right to the second baseman and Paxton Sohn, as he threw it for the first error of the game. And that put him on second, as also tally for a stolen base, and taking off is Hudson Ogle, as he will reach his way over to second, making that for his 3rd stolen base on the season. It'll be a 1-0 start for Aiden Roberts. As Lechtenberg, glove out in front of him, as he will twist and turn. The 1-0 pitch is up high, and that one for ball 2. 2 pitches, 2-0 start for Aiden Roberts on his second at-bat here in Game 1 of the doubleheader. As the 2-0 pitch makes its way, this one is in for a strike, as Aiden Roberts will wait to see a pitch that he really wants to take, as he has held off here on all 3 thus far. 2-1 with 2 outs. The pitch, Roberts a swing, that's a base hit into left field, as Kane McLeod will come in to score, and makes this a 3-1 game. An RBI single for Aiden Roberts, and it's a 3-1 game. As Kane McLeod to score the run, makes that for his 18th on the season. And now we go here to the shortstop in number 3, Jackson Reeder. As for Reeder, on his first at-bat, he had a walk. But we're going to see another mound visit, and it's going to be a pitching change for Renner, as Owen Lechtenberg will come out of the game. And coming out of the dugout is number 2, Isaac Tobin. As Tobin makes his way up for the lefty, 2 hit by pitches, 2 walks, and 1 hit against him, as 3 runs as well. So we see our first pitching change here in this game, as they still have Hudson Ogle on third base. He got on there following a hit by pitch, and also tallied for a stolen base. As that one going right past the third baseman and shortstop for that RBI single for Aiden Roberts. So a right-hander here in Isaac Tobin, as he'll get a few warm-up throws before we resume back here to the bottom of the second inning, as there still is 2 outs. As we take a look here for the weather, as earlier today it didn't look out very great, very cloudy, looked like it was going to rain, but not anymore here, as it is 83 degrees. And with some wind that comes up here and there, but it should be very steady here for the rest of the night, as tomorrow, Pulse 22 playing in 90-degree weather against the Watertown Arrows. And don't forget, tomorrow night is Pie Night. If you are down, come down to the Fitz and have some pie, as that is sponsored by Colonial House, a favorite tradition here at Post 22. And soon enough, the firecracker is coming around, and you can come out to the ballpark to check out the fireworks. As Tobin gets in his last warm-up pitch, we will get to Jackson Reeder's second at-bat of the game. As we will see, we go from lefty to righty for the Royals on the mound, as Giddings, the only right-hander that has pitched 2 full innings for the Hardhats. So Reeder comes up in the lefty's batter's box, as Hudson Ogle on third and Aiden Roberts on first. As Reeder takes a look at his bat and he polishes it up before he steps in. As 2 outs, bottom of the second inning, 3-1 score in favor of Post 22. As Tobin, the first pitch he offers, this one is outside for ball 1. That one, fastball just going outside, trying to see if Reeder would chase after it. As for both teams tagging along for 1 hit each. As Tobin delivers, this one is high and outside, as Roberts, as he gets a good lengthy lead off at first base, as he already has 1 stolen bag here in this game. As Tobin takes a look over at first, as after he gave the nod to Sam Donahoe, the catcher. The 2-0 pitch, this one is high and outside for ball 3. So Reeder walked on his first at-bat, and the second one here he sees 3 balls in a row as he taps on home plate. As Tobin delivers, this one is down the middle here for strike 1. As Roberts trying to make Tobin here anxious after him with his big lengthy leadoff. He's really been keeping an eye there. So the count 3-1 for Jackson Reeder. As the pitch comes, Reeder takes a swing. That is into left field for a base hit. And here comes Hudson Ogle in to score, as that is an RBI single for Jackson Reeder. And Post 22 makes their lead known. It is 4-1. That puts runners on first and second. As for Jackson Reeder, making that for his 36th hit on the season, and also tags in for his 24th RBI. So back-to-back RBI singles from Aiden Roberts and Jackson Reeder there. And now here comes Bridger Carr making his first at-bat here in this game, as he comes in for Lars Kiefer after he sustained an injury after making a ground-out play on his first at-bat. As the first pitch he sees, this one drops in for strike 1. For Carr on the season, a .267 batting average with 12 hits and 20 runs scored. As Tobin, after the first pitch, goes in for a strike. As he offers the second one, Carr takes a swing. That one past the first baseman, and it stays fair. Rolling to right field. As Roberts rounding third, they're going to hold Reeder on third. And that'll be an RBI single, so 3 in a row for Post 22. And the first at-bat of the game for Bridger Carr. And that puts runners on the corners as well. As Ogle comes in to score, as well as Roberts on the last few times. And now here comes the first baseman, number 15, Regan Turnquist, as he is 0 for 1 on a ground out, as that was hit to the second baseman in Paxton Sohn. So Tobin offers the first one. This one is just high enough on that top corner to be called for strike one. As Tobin waiting the call from Donahoe. Takes a look over to Karn on first. The pitch is high and inside for ball one. So 2 pitches, a 1-1 count for Turnquist. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. And now a 5-1 lead for Hardhats. As he takes a look over to Karn on first. The next pitch coming is a Swan on. A soft ground ball hit to the third baseman. He gets there, throws to first, and it is in time for the 3rd out, as that will end for the 2nd inning. Post 22, they score 4 runs in the 2nd to have a 5-1 lead after 2, as we'll take a short break on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the 3rd inning.
Tonight was originally scheduled to be senior night. If you're planning on that, that has been moved to July 21st. You're going to go to that. Senior night has been moved to July 21st. But tomorrow night will be Pie Night, sponsored by Colonial House. So you'll go and miss those games. 2 games against Watertown beginning at 5 o'clock with the first pitch of game 1.
Ready to go here for the 3rd inning, as there has been a change here in the schedule. Not really, but for senior night, as that was planned on the schedule on Post 22 baseball tonight, but that has been moved to July 21st. So senior night is moved to July 21st, so that presentation will not be shown here on Hardhats TV tonight. As ready to go here for the 3rd inning, as the first pitch, this one is going to be in down low for ball 1, as we go back to the top of the order here for Renner, and the second baseman number 3, Paxton Sohn. As Giddings, the 1-0 pitch comes to the plate. This is Swan on, as he gets a piece of it. That's going for a foul ball and up and out of play. So 1-1 count to start the 3rd inning, as Paxton Sohn on the first at bat of the game, as he was hit by a pitch from Tain Giddings, as he has a new baseball in his glove. As the 1-1 pitch to the plate, this one is going to be outside. That one for ball 2. 2-1 count with Alex McKinney, the right fielder, on deck for the Royals. Giddings turns the 2-1 pitch. This one down low for ball 3. As we have seen no strikeouts here yet so far by Tain Giddings or Owen Lechtenberg, as Isaac Tobin, who came in to finish out that 2nd inning. As here on the next pitch, there's a Swan on a ground ball to Steen at 2nd. He throws to first for the first out of the inning. As a ground out for Paxton Sohn, now pulls up the right fielder, number 13, Alex McKinney. As McKinney also on his first at bat of the game with a hit by pitch. As he's ready to see for his first pitch on his 2nd at bat of the game. As Giddings delivers this one, is swung on and goes out of play for a foul ball. So 0-1 count to start for McKinney. He's 2nd in the lineup for the Renner Royals. Giddings twists and turns the 0-1 pitch. This one is down into the turf in the opposite batter's box, as that one goes for ball 1. So Giddings gets the baseball back in his glove. He pulls it up here to the face. 1-1 count with 1 away. As the pitch comes, Swan on, and one going into the netting for a foul ball, makes it a 1-2 count. So Giddings, after the last 2 pitches, go for strikes. He shakes off on the first one, nods to the second. As the 1-2 pitch, this one is outside for ball 2, as that was looking like to be the first strikeout of the game, as that one just goes a tad outside. 2-2 count. As McKinney waiting, bat up to the shoulder. As Giddings throws it to the plate, this one is high enough for ball 3. So full count to the second batter here in this 3rd inning for the Renner Royals. And on deck is the catcher and Sam Donahoe. As Giddings the pitch down to the turf. This one will hit away, but that will go for ball 4. So we see a walk and puts a runner on first in Alex McKinney. And now we go to the catcher at number 11, Sam Donahoe, as he is 0 for 1 on a ground out, as that was hit towards Hadley Burris. That was for the first out of the game. So he looks over to his third base coach as the leadoff comes from McKinney. Giddings with the ball behind his back as he takes a look to the runner on first. As a deep breath comes, the pitch. This one is down low for ball 1. As Palmer also keeping a close eye to the runner on first, trying to see if he has a big lead. He's going to throw that over to first. As Giddings also takes a peek. 1-0 count. As the pitch to Donahoe, this one is low for ball 2. As we're going to see a quick time called. As there are some players for Renner sitting outside of the dugout, as they're going to allow them to have to go sit back into the dugout. So that was the brief holdup, as 2-0 here for Sam Donahoe with a runner on first and Alex McKinney. As Giddings the pitch, swung on a ground ball. This one will get past Steen and Reeder. Some miscommunication there from the Hardhats second baseman and shortstop. As Reeder initially thought Steen was going to get it, and vice versa, as that one rolls into center field. So I'll put runners on first and second for Renner. Now pulls up the designated hitter, number 21, Colin Boyle, as he is 0 for 1 here in this game. As Renner adds for their second hit of the game. Giddings gets his feet placed on the mound and leans on in towards Palmer at home plate. Giddings will look towards second. As the first pitch comes to Boyle, this one's getting away from Palmer, a wild pitch, and that will advance the runners to the next base at 2 and 3. So the count will start off here 1-0. As a courtesy runner will come in for Sam Donahoe on second, following his single. As I will try to get a quick chance to see the number. With the 1-0 start here for Boyle following the wild pitch, as Giddings the glove out in front of him. As the offering comes to the plate, this one is in for a strike, just on the bottom right corner. So the count is even here to 1 ball and 1 strike. Boyle puts the bat up to the shoulder. Giddings kicks and deals the 1-1, swung on, as that one going into the turf and then into the mask of Reese Palmer, as he is okay. A new ball is given out here to Giddings. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 away. Runners on second and third for the Royals. As Giddings kicks a leg, the pitch down the middle, strike 3 looking. As that brings us for the second out of the inning. As Giddings will get his first strikeout of the game, as that adds it for his 10th on the season. So 2 away, and now this pulls up the first baseman, number 12, Landon Norenberg. Norenberg, who is 0 for 1 on a ground out, as that one was hit towards Jackson Reeder at the shortstop position. As Giddings the first pitch, this one comes up high for ball 1. As Alex McKinney, the runner on third, and a courtesy runner in for Sam Donahoe on second following the single. So Giddings, the 1-0 pitch to the plate. This one is bottom corner for strike 1. Makes it where it counts as the 1-1 counts. Tap on home plate for Norenberg, trying to find for his first base hit here in this 2-game series on the doubleheader. Giddings swung on. This one is a ground ball hit to Reeder. A dive there from Burris. He misses it, but Reeder throws it all the way across to first and gets for the third out of the inning. So post 22 with 2 runners on there to end the top of the third. As they still hold on to that 5-1 lead. As for the Hardhats going into the bottom of the third inning, as it will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters in Regan Turnquist, Brixton Steen, and Hadley Burris, or excuse me, Steen, Burris, and McLeod. That's how it will start off here in this inning. We will still see the pitcher in Isaac Tobin come up to the plate. As for the MLB, we'll take a look for those scores here currently going on. Some games just starting not too long ago. No final scores. As the Astros and Tigers will take each other on. That one is going here, or excuse me, Tigers up 8-0 over the Astros going into the top of the 5th inning. As the Reds have a 4-1 lead over the Pirates, middle of the 5th inning. As the Boston Red Sox up 4-0 over the rival New York Yankees in the top of the 5th inning. Nationals Orioles are tied 0-0 in the bottom of the 4th. As we are headed back here to the game, bottom of the 3rd inning. As Isaac Tobin will get his final pitches in. As here comes the second baseman, number 13, Brixton Steen. As he is 0 for 1 on a ground out, as that one happened back in the 2nd inning. As the first pitch comes to him, this one is low, just going right above the turf, makes it for ball 1. Steen, lefty, to start off the 3rd inning here for the Hardhats. As Tobin, the righty, delivers, that one is taken high and outside for ball 2. It'll be Steen followed by Burris and K. McLeod. As the stand-up pose on the mound. The 2-0 pitch. That one is down low and gets in and out of the glove of Donahoe for ball 3. 3 pitches, 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff man in Brixton Steen. As the pitch comes, this one is low, ball 4. And a 4-pitch leadoff walk for Brixton Steen. As he makes that for his 12th time on the season and a free express ticket to first. As now the 3rd baseman, and number 14, Hadley Burris, is up to the plate on his first at-bat as he followed along with a walk. So Steen with his leadoff on first. As Tobin takes a look, the next pitch is up high for ball 1. As Tobin leans on in again, ready to offer the second pitch to Hadley Burris. As it comes to the plate, Swan on a high hit ball. This one is going into center field. As a right fielder comes in under and swoops it and makes the catch. As Alex McKinney brings us for the first out here of the inning on the fly out into right field from Hadley Burris. Now we're getting some pop under it. And now we go to the next batter here in the left fielder, number 2, Kane McLeod. His first at-bat, he got a hit by pitch, and also has a run scored here in this game. As McLeod steps up to the plate, Steen still on first following his leadoff walk here in the inning. And followed with the fly out from Hadley Burris. As the first pitch comes up high, as McLeod required to duck, trying not to get hit by that pitch, as he will start off 1-0. Tobin looks over to Steen on first as he quickly throws it that way. Steen comes back in sliding safe. So the count still remains 1-0 for K. McLeod. He looks over to Coach Downs, taps on home plate, bat up to the shoulder. As the next pitch gets a piece of it for a foul ball that goes up and out of play and puts the count here even apiece at 1-1. As Tobin receives a new fresh baseball from the home plate umpire. Tobin looks away as Steen almost taken off to second, but a swing and miss there from McLeod brings us to strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Steen with his leadoff again. As here on the at-bat for K. McLeod. The pitch, Swan on a chopper hit to the 3rd baseman. He lets it bounce as he will throw to first. As that will bring us for the 2nd out of the inning. As there was a potential for a double play there, but a softly hit ground ball led enough time for Steen to get to second. So the ground out now pulls up the catcher, number 5, Reese Palmer. Palmer, who is 0 for 1 on a ground out. So Steen, the lone runner on second, with 2 away. As Isaac Tobin looks down the middle. Hardhats having 3 hits in this game with their 5 runs. As another look over to Steen on second. The pitch is swung on, and that was a ground ball just going foul on the 3rd base line. As Palmer will start off 0-1 on the foul ball. Takes a practice swing outside of the box as he will step back in. As the right palm holds the baseball here for Isaac Tobin after he came in just in the second inning for the starting pitcher in Owen Lechtenberg. As the 0-1 flies through, that one is just up high for ball one as Palmer goes 1-1. As the righty puts the bat up to the shoulder. Steen with his leadoff on second. As Tobin delivers the 1-1 pitch down into the turf. As that one goes for ball two. So Palmer stays patient on the last two pitches as it's a 2-1 count. With the base runner and Brixton Steen on second. Tobin as the ball up here to the chest. As the pitch comes to Palmer. Holds on the swing as that one is low and outside for ball three. We've already seen one walk here in this inning. As that was the leadoff man and Brixton Steen on second. As we've seen a little bit of a handful of walks given out to post 22 players. As Tobin will look to second. As the 3-1 pitch to Palmer. Holds on the swing. That one is in for strike two. So full count with 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning. A big pitch here for both Palmer and Tobin. As he's set up back into the batter's box. Looks down the middle. Receives the pitch call from Sam Donahoe. As 3-2 to the plate. Palmer swings and misses for strike three. As that will end for the third inning. So the first strikeout thrown of the game for Isaac Tobin. As Post 22 holds on to their 5-1 lead after 3. We'll take a short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the fourth inning.
Fans, again, if you haven't had a chance to check out Catch 22, do that soon. They got all your Coach 22 gear, jerseys, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and more. Catch it all at Catch 22. And on the way there, stop by concessions, pick up some goodies. Don't forget the Hardhats have another game after this. This is game one of a doubleheader. Then another doubleheader tomorrow night against Watertown. It is Pie Night, sponsored by Colonial House. So all kinds of hard hat action this weekend in preparation for next week's Firecracker Tournament.
Ready to go here to start the fourth inning. And stepping up to the plate is the center fielder, number 18, Sawyer Kenichi. As he is 1 for 1 off a single. Back on his first at-bat as Giddings back to go. Through 3 innings, he threw the first strikeout to end the third inning. As the first pitch, this one will come in down low and outside for ball one. As that was over to Landon Norenberg for the first, that was strikeout looking. 1-0 pitch, this one is down low into the opposite batter's box along the turf for ball two. So 2 pitches, 2 balls, no strikes. The leadoff man and Kenichi, along with Parker Scheitz and Dylan Creesh up next. As the third one comes down low against the turf and almost escaping away there from Reese Palmer. As a 3-0 start, Giddings delivers the pitch. This one is low and inside near the shins for ball 4. So we see leadoff walks back in back-to-back innings as it went to Brixton Steen at first, and now starts off here for Sawyer Kenichi. As now here is the left fielder, number 42, Parker Scheidt. On his first at-bat, he had a sac bunt. As we'll look to see here with the runner on first and nobody out. Giddings looks in the back as the first pitch comes up high. Makes that one for ball one. So 5 pitches, all 5 balls thrown here so far to start the inning for Giddings. As he looks to shake off those. All behind his back, he took a look over to the runner on first. As the pitch is low for ball 2. As we're going to see another mound visit here from post 22. The second time that we have seen a coach come up, as we see a pitcher making his way to the bullpen to get some pitches in. As they have an arm ready just in case if they will take Giddings out of the game, as they will just try to calm him down here on the mound. As for Giddings, we mentioned earlier, threw 106 pitches a week ago against Fargo, as he makes his first appearance back on the mound since that game. There's a few pitchers for the Hardhats who threw over 100. We saw him alongside with, I have to pull it up here on the handy stat sheet, along with Braden Stapert. A lot of complete games thrown in there as well. So the next pitch, that one goes for ball 3. As that one, post 22 players thought that should have been called for strike 1. But the 3-0 count here with the runner on first. As Giddings takes the next pitch, this one inside for ball 4. So that will be back-to-back walks given out to Sawyer Kenichi and Parker Scheidt. And now pulls up here the third baseman, number 17, Dylan Creech, as he is 0 for 1 on a fly out back in the last inning, as that was caught by Hudson Ogle in right field. So 8 pitches, 8 balls thrown from Tainton Giddings after we've seen a mound visit also in that mix. As he takes a look to the runner on first, as Burris and Turnquist coming up close. A bunt will be placed. That one goes for a foul ball into the netting, as he will start off 0-1 on a foul bunt. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Hardhats up 5-1 in the 4th inning. As Creech steps into the right-handed batter's box, Giddings the ball behind his back. As Turnquist and Burris both playing up closer than usual. Another look there at the runner on second. The pitch, this one gets to the plate, but is just enough before Palmer gets his glove out and makes the catch before it goes into the turf for ball 1. 2 pitches, 1-1 count. As we see the shortstop and Jack Canfield on deck here with Dylan Creech at bat. Giddings a look to second. Turnquist comes up closer to the pitch. Another bunt placed. That one will go for a foul ball, as that one goes directly down and rolls off to the side. So 1-2. Hardhats trying to find their first out here in the 4th inning. As they look at that foul ball up and out of the way. Back to the at-bat here for Dylan Creech. As Giddings looks to the runner on second. The 1-2 comes to the plate. This one is up high as a quick pop from the catcher's stance from Palmer. As he gets away, as that one could have gone all the way back to the backstop. But that will come up high for ball 2. 2-2, Giddings ball behind his back. Another look to second. As the 2-2 is up and away again for ball 3. So full counts with a base open on third. I have not seen bases loaded here yet in this game. As Giddings takes another look down to see what call Reese Palmer wants. As Giddings looks to second, the 3-2 pitch comes. Swan on a ground ball to Burris at third. Throws to second. That's one out. Throw to first. Not going to be caught by Turnquist, as that one gets away from him, and a run from third will come in to score. So Renner will get their second run scored of the game, as we only see 1 out made there. As the throw from second to first, trying to get the second out, just got away there from the glove of Regan Turnquist on first. So that only puts a runner on first with 1 out. And Renner adding for a run, so 5-2 the score in favor of post 22. So Giddings back to ready to throw the next pitch. As he takes a deep breath. As this one is down the middle, that will be called here for strike one. To the center fielder, or excuse me, in the shortstop, number 7, Jack Canfield. Canfield is 0 for 1 on a ground out. As Giddings offers the next one. This one is in for strike 2. So he starts off here just the 9th hitter of the lineup for Renner. And Jack Canfield, the shortstop, with 2 pitches with 2 strikes. So they'll look to Creech on first. After Kenichi gets the second run scored of the game for Renner. Giddings, this one comes up high, makes that for ball 1. As Palmer throws that one back. Hardhats could have a potential double play here, as we have not seen him go for a double play. We've seen one from Renner. Giddings the next pitch. This is Swan on up in the air to right field. Ogle trying to give chase, but that one just drops foul in foul territory. So the count will still remain 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 away here for Jack Canfield. As he picks up the bat and makes his way to the batter's box. Brixton Steen, the second baseman, also joined into that chase to make that catch. Ogle, who is a speedster, was out in right field. That one just in foul territory. Couldn't get there in time, but they'll take that for the foul ball. As Giddings, the 1-2, turns into 2-2 after that pitch comes in down low. Canfield, just the 9th batter of the lineup, as Paxton Sohn, the second baseman, is waiting on deck. So Giddings gets his pitch call from Palmer. As Creech lead off on first. This is Swan on a ground ball. Steen gets there, makes the slide, the throw to second for 1 out, the throw to first for the second out. An incredible play from Brixton Steen, the second baseman. Big time Brixton comes in clutch, throws to Reeder at second, gets for the first out, and the throw to first for the double play. Great defense from post 22. Just mentioned earlier they did not get a double play here yet so far in this game, as they match my wish and get one. And now we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Great way to finish the top of the 4th, as the Hardhats still holding on to that 5-2 lead. So we'll take another look here at some MLB scores while we here through the innings. As making his way back up on the mound is Isaac Tobin. As for the remainder of the games, as we see the Texas Rangers up 5-0 over the Toronto Blue Jays. That one in the top of the 5th inning. As we move on to the Royals White Sox, that one tied in the 3rd inning, as long with the Cubs and Brewers. As the Rockies and Twins taking on each other in the top of the 2nd inning. The Twins having a 2-0 lead. And some games that are just starting, Marlins and Cardinals, with the upcoming games later tonight with the Athletics and Angels, Dodgers and Padres, along with the Braves and Giants. So those are some MLB scores happening around the league here on this Thursday, June 26th. As up to the plate now is the right fielder, Hudson Ogle. As Ogle, who is 0 for 0 here in this game, as he had a hit by pitch on his first at-bat, also tallied for a stolen base and a run scored. As Tobin makes his 3rd inning here in this game, as the first pitch, Ogle takes a swing, gets under that one into right field, and can't make the catch as the right fielder. And Alex McKinney has Ogle going to second, the tag not in time, so that will be a double for Hudson Ogle, as he has that for his 8th hit on the season. As that one was going right on the line, a hard hit ball into right field. As that was McKinney who was under it trying to make the catch. It hits his glove and then drops down. And the throw home with Ogle making his way to second. So the leadoff man gets on board. And now we go here to Aiden Roberts, the DH. After his last at-bat, hitting the RBI single. As Tobin looks over to Ogle on second. First pitch comes to Roberts. This one coming close to getting it. That one just enough inside for ball one. So he looks over to Coach Downs before he steps back into the batter's box. We'll lead off on second as Tobin delivers the pitch. Roberts follows that one all the way through into the middle for strike one call. As Tobin again waits the call from Donahoe, the catcher. As a 1-1 pitch, Roberts takes a swing. That one gets past the shortstop and into left field. They're going to send Ogle home. Roberts rounding first. The throw to second draws him off the bag. So an RBI double for Aiden Roberts. And the Hardhats now have a 6-2 lead. Another hard hit ball for the Hardhats. This one coming for Aiden Roberts. So now he adds for 2 RBIs in this game, as well as 2 hits with a single and a double. As Jackson Reeder, the next batter up for the Hardhats, as he is 1 for 1 in this game with an RBI single, which occurred on his last at-bat. And his first followed with a walk. So Roberts on second, the only base runner with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As Tobin looks down the middle, Reeder, the left-handed batter, waiting. As he kicks the leg of the pitch. A bunch show there from Reeder. This one just comes up high, as that one is for ball one. As they're going to check that one on the third base umpire, and he says he didn't go. So first pitch is for ball one to Jackson Reeder. As Tobin gets ready here for the second. The pitch comes. Reeder takes a swing. This one is up in the air. That's going out of play. That will drop right down into the Hardhats bullpen. So the count is brought to 1-1 count for Hardhats shortstop and Jackson Reeder. As we will see Bridger Karn on deck. And Aiden Roberts following with his RBI double on second. Tobin, 1-1. The pitch comes to Reeder, takes a swing. That one gets past the first baseman, a driller into right field. They're going to send Roberts home as he gets around Downs, and he will come in as Reeder is still going. The right fielder, he can't make the catch as that was all the way on the track. And what in the world just happened? A triple for Jackson Reeder as Roberts comes in to score. I was more paying attention to Roberts as he ran behind Coach Downs to come in to score. As the right fielder, Alex McKinney, couldn't get the ball as that one goes all the way back to the warning track. But the Hardhats now having a 7-2 lead. So both Reeder and Roberts getting 2 RBIs in this game. And we'll see a mound visit here from Renner. We've seen 1 pitching change here from him so far in this game, as that was to the starter, the lefty, and Owen Lechtenberg. And then he moved it here to Isaac Tobin, who is currently pitching for the Royals. As that is 3 batters with nobody out. We saw the leadoff double from Hudson Ogle, followed with another double from Aiden Roberts, and then followed with a triple from Jackson Reeder. As the home plate umpire comes his way up to the mound to break up the mound visit. As the Hardhats, after very close games as the doubleheader yesterday, as it was both games 1 run, 1-0 in game 1 and 5-4 in game 2. They split the series with Yankton. After now they will play 6 games in 3 days between Renner, Yankton, and Watertown. So Bridger Karn comes up. The first pitch he sees, he sends a whistler into the netting. That one going out of play for a foul ball. As that one comes back into the field of play as the first base ump goes over and gets that out of the way. So 0-1 counts following the foul ball from Bridger Karn. As for him, he had an RBI single back on his first at-bat. As the 0-1 turns into 0-2 after that one comes in high of the strike zone. So 2 pitches, 2 strikes onto Karn, with Jackson Reeder following his triple on third. As Tobin following the mound visit, the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. So the first out here of the inning. And that'll be for the second strikeout of the game for Isaac Tobin. And now this will pull up, clean up number 15, the first baseman, Regan Turnquist. Him on the game 0 for 2. as they look to drive in Reeder, as the first pitch he sees gets a piece of it. After that one bounces in the turf first. So foul ball given out to Turnquist, goes to an 0-1 count. As Steen rallies that ball and gives it over to the home plate umpire. As a thumbs up given back to Tobin. 0-1, the pitch is in for strike two here to Turnquist. As he kind of laid straight up and put his foot back in the box. I thought that would have been a little bit in close. So 0-2. Reeder lead off on third. As the 0-2 pitch comes to Turnquist, as that one comes up high, gets another piece of it. As that will go for a foul ball. So the count 0-2. As the Hardhats, Rowan Fredrickson gets that ball out of the way. Tobin leans on in. Thumbs up given from the home plate umpire. As the 0-2 pitch comes to Turnquist, the swing, a ground ball hit to the shortstop. He plays it, looks to Reeder on third where he'll stay. Throw to first for the second out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So ground out from Turnquist. Makes him go 0 for 3 here in this game. And now pulls up the second baseman, number 13, Brixton Steen. For Steen here in this game, he is 0 for 1. And a ground out, and on his last at-bat with a walk. As Reeder's still on third. Tobin the first pitch. This one is high and outside for ball one. As he takes a look over to Coach Downs. As the call sign is transferred over to Steen. Swings the bat low. Durbin kicks and deals the 1-0 pitch down the middle for strike one. So we've seen back-to-back outs here in this inning from Post 307 Renner Royals. After the Hardhats managing to get 2 runs as a hit goes to the second baseman. And throw to first for the third out, as I juggled my words there at the end of that. But the ground out for the third out ends the fourth inning. But Post 22 gets 2 runs there in the fourth inning to extend on their lead. It's a 7-2 score after 4. We'll take a short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the 5th inning.
High five or hug your friend. Tell them you'll be there for them.
Ready to go here to start the 5th inning. As up to the plate here is number 3, Paxton Sohn. So we can go back to the top of the order for Renner. So every Renner Royal player here with 2 at-bats in this game. As Giddings gets back to work, 4 full innings pitched here. As the first one is a foul ball that goes directly down and gets a piece of the foot. So that will let him get a second to try to shake it off. As the 0-1 start for the Royals' second baseman. So as he makes his way back into the batter's box. As Giddings waits for Palmer to get all set up. Glove out in front of him as kicks the leg, the pitch is down into the turf. And that one is for ball 1. 2 pitches, 1-1 here to start the 5th inning. As we saw in the last 2 innings, it was leadoff walks to both the Hardhats and Royals. Giddings the pitch. This one is through the middle for strike 2. And the 1-2 count to the leadoff man. As Alex McKinney, the right fielder, waiting on deck. Kicks the leg, the 1-2 pitch from Giddings. This one is just outside for ball 2. Giddings only having 1 strikeout here in this game. We've seen Isaac Tobin with 2 for Renner. As Giddings shakes off the first one, gives a nod to the second. As the 2-2 to the plate. Up high for ball 3. So full count to start the 5th inning. Sohn with a hit by pitch and a ground out. Taps on home plate and ready to see it. As Giddings kicks and deals. Full count is high and inside, but counted for strike 3. So a strikeout looking for the first out of the inning. So that's 2 strikeouts looking for Tate Giddings on the game. And now we go here to the right fielder, number 13, Alex McKinney. McKinney a hit by pitch and a walk here. As Giddings with the glove out in front of him as the pitch is down the middle. That one is called here for strike 1. So the 0-1 start, he taps on home plate. As Giddings twists and turns the pitch, swung on. As that foul ball going up and out of play. So 2 pitches for 2 strikes. Now we'll go here to the Royals right fielder with the catcher and Sam Donahoe on deck. With 1 away following the strikeout, looking to Paxton Sohn. Giddings the pitch. This one is down low for ball 1 and makes the count go to 1-2. As McKinney waits on Giddings. As he twists and turns, the 1-2 pitch has come. This one is popped up high in the air. Palmer ditches the mask. This one's right in front of us, and Palmer makes the catch. And that one is dropped. As they're going to check there on the first base, so that will be a foul ball. As Palmer, who was right under it, made the catch. As the ball just kept on the follow through, it just falls right out of the glove of Palmer. So we'll just drop for a foul ball. As the count will remain 1-2 here with 1 away in the top of the 5th inning. A 7-2 lead for the Hardhats. So Giddings the glove out in front of him. As the righty twists and turns the pitch. And it's up high for ball 2. Which is the second batter in the inning. With the 1-2-3 hitters, the due-up responsibilities for Royals. As Giddings delivers the pitch, swung on a hard hit ball. This one going into right field. Ogle is under it and makes the catch. As that is for the second out here of the inning. So 2 away. As now this will pull up the catcher in number 11, Sam Donahoe.
Now batting number 11, Sam Donahoe.
As for Sam Donahoe, who is 1 for 2 with a ground out and a single. As Giddings offers the first pitch, that one is high and inside for ball 1. As a deep breath, a twist and the turn. The 1-0 pitch, this one is down to the turf and escapes away from the glove of Palmer for ball 2. As they will get that foul ball up and out of the way. As Giddings gets a fresh ball. 2-0 count with 2 away. Pitch, swung on, a hard hit ball. That one is going into the right center gap. Takes a bounce. This one almost to the warning track, so that will be the second hit of the game for Sam Donahoe, the catcher. As they will have a courtesy runner come in for him. As we will now go to the designated hitter, number 21, Colin Boyle. As Boyle, who is 0 for 2 on the game on his last at-bat with a strikeout. So they get the first base runner here in the 5th inning for the Renner Royals. As Giddings leans on in, takes a look over the runner on first. As the first pitch comes to Boyle, as he leans back. That one is high and inside for ball 1. 1-0. Giddings waits for Palmer to see what pitch he wants. As the leadoff for the courtesy runner for Donahoe on first. As this one is outside for ball 2. Practice swing for Boyle outside of the box. As he steps right back in. Giddings looking back and forth to the runner on first and home. As he takes the deep breath, the 2-0 pitch is up high for ball 3. 3-0 counts here on the at-bat for Colin Boyle. As Giddings gets the nod again. 2 outs. The pitch. As this one is going to be counted for strike 1. As Colin Boyle thought that one was going to be taken for ball 4. As he was already starting to take his walk towards first. But he's held back here on a 3-1 count. Giddings all in the glove by the chest. The 3-1 pitch is swung on a ground ball right back to Burris. A heater as the throw to first, Turnquist, as that one goes in and out of the glove, as that will be the second error for the Hardhats here in this game. So that will put a runner on first and second now here for the Royals. And now we go to the first baseman, number 12, Landon Norenberg, who is 0 for 2 with a groundout and a strikeout, as he taps on home plate, as Giddings waiting to see what Palmer wants as he gives him the nod. As runners now in 1 and 2, the pitch. This one will fall right through the middle for strike one call. As he takes a look over to his third base coach to see what he wants him to do here with runners on 1 and 2 with 2 away. As Renner down by 5 runs here in the top of the 5th inning. As Giddings with the nod. Looks to the runner on second. As the pitch comes, this one is outside for ball 1. So 1 apiece for Landon Norenberg with 1 ball and 1 strike. Sways the bat low and pulls it back up to the shoulder. Giddings receives the pitch. As he offers the 1-1, he turns away, throws to second as Reeder trying to get the tag there onto the courtesy runner on second as he slides back in safe. So a quick turn and a quick throw from Giddings as he tries to pick the runner off on second. We haven't seen a lot of pickoff attempts here in game 1 of the doubleheader here against Renner. As Giddings offers the 1-1, this one just low of the offering for ball 2. As Giddings gets his feet placed and then turns and looks towards Palmer at home plate. As Turnquist plays off of first base with Reeder shadowing right behind the runner on second. Another throw to him as he tags and a washout from the umpire to stay safe. So the count here remains 2-1 for Landon Norenberg after back-to-back attempts to try to pick off the runner on second. As Giddings, another peek, the 2-1, this one is down low for ball 3. As the 3-1 count for the Royals' first baseman with the center fielder and Sawyer Kenichi on deck. Runners on first and second. As Giddings, a deep breath, the pitch, swung on a ground ball that gets past Burris, and that will be a base hit. They're going to send a runner from third, the throw to home, as Palmer not going to tag it, the throw to third, as that will bring him off of the bag. So 1 run will come in to score for Renner, and makes it now a 7-3 game. That will put runners on the corner, so an RBI single for Landon Norenberg. It's his first base hit here of the game. As we now go to the center fielder, number 18, Sawyer Kenichi, who is 1 for 1 on a single and walk, also scoring 2 runs here for Renner in this game. As Giddings, with the ball behind his back, takes a look to the runner straight ahead of him on third. His first pitch coming, this one is outside for ball 1. As Giddings just trying to get this 5th inning out of the way. There's 2 outs that came early, and we saw some base hits tally up for Renner. As the 1-0 pitch comes, this one is down the middle for strike 1. As the count now here to 1 ball and 1 strike. As on deck for Renner is number 42, Parker Scheidt. With 2 away, Giddings receives the pitch as offers the 1-1. This one is down to the turf. As Palmer sits right under that, keeps the runner held on first. But the count is brought to 2 balls and 1 strike. As Giddings waiting, stand straight. Runner on third and a runner behind him on first. This one is down into the turf for ball 3. We see some arms getting warmed up in the bullpen for the Hardhats. As an open base on second, the count 3-1. As Giddings looks to both base runners. As the pitch comes, this one is in, counted for strike 2. As Sawyer Kenichi thought he was going to get a ball 4. He gets brought back after this, is now brought to full count with 2 away. As Giddings. One more pitch. As the 3-2 comes to the plate. Swung on and missed for strike 3. As Giddings finishes out strong, falling from a 3-1 count. And then with the strikeout swinging to make it for another K for him on the day. As for the Hardhats here, the batters due up. As it will go to Hadley Burris, Kane McLeod, and Reese Palmer as the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. As we will still see Isaac Tobin make his way up to the mound.
All right, if you got your 50-50 tickets, pull those out. I've got the winning ticket up here in the booth. Today's winner is going home with $282. It is a red ticket, number 575840. Again, that's a red ticket, 575840. That is your ticket.
As Hadley Burris makes his way up here to the mound, or up to the plate. Up to the mound is Isaac Tobin, after he finished his last inning with a strikeout. That's for 2 total for him here in this game. Going to the bottom of the 5th, Hardhats up 7-3. As Burris, the first one he sees, that one falls in for strike 1. The Hardhats third baseman, he is 0 for 1 on a fly out to right field. As that happened back on his last at-bat. As the next pitch goes in for strike 2. 2 pitches, 2 strikes. As on deck is Kane McLeod. As Tobin, the righty, delivers the 0-2. This one comes up high for ball 1. As the Hardhats dugout encouraging Burris here on the 1-2 count. This one comes up as he had to duck the head, avoiding getting hit as he takes it for ball 2. 2-2 count to the leadoff man and Hadley Burris as Tobin gets the call from Donahoe, the catcher. As the pitch comes to the plate, this one comes up high for ball 3. So the full count after the first 2 pitches go for 2 strikes, and the next 3 follow for 3 balls to put him at full count here as the leadoff man in the bottom of the 5th. As the pitch comes up high for ball 4, as Burris stayed patient the entire time, as he will take for his 2nd walk of the game. As the leadoff man gets on base early. As Kane McLeod up to the plate, 0 for 1. Ground out that happened on his last at-bat, but the first at-bat of the game for him, as he had a hit by a pitch, and he also has 1 run scored. As Tobin looks to first, Burris will take off. The pitch comes up high as the throw to second. Won't get there as the ball goes out of the glove to the shortstop, so Burris will add for a stolen base, as that makes it for his 7th on the season. As now that puts a runner on second and a 1-0 start here for Kane McLeod. As Tobin has the pitch ready. As the 1-0 offering comes, this one is in for strike 1. As McLeod followed. And now has an even count as the 2nd batter in the inning. As Burris with his leadoff on second. Tobin the 1-1 count. As the pitch makes its way to the plate. McLeod takes a swing, a high fly ball into left field. It is caught as Burris will tag from second, but he breaks about halfway. As a fly out there from McLeod brings us the first out here of the inning. And now we go to the catcher number 5, Reese Palmer. As he's 0 for 2, having a ground out. So with 1 away, it's just the 3rd batter in the inning for the Hardhats. As he taps on home plate. As Tobin still waiting for Donahoe, the catcher, to hand off the pitch call. Now look to Burris as the first one comes. This one is outside and hits off the glove and down into the turf for ball 1. Palmer looks over to Coach Downs. as he gives a sign to both him and Burris. As Tobin kicks the leg, the 1-0, as that one is up high for ball 2. As a little chop there from Palmer, as they thought to look for the check swing, but it will still stay 2-0. Tobin looks over to Burris on second, offers the 2-0 pitch as Palmer steps back, but this one falls in for strike 1. So 3 pitches, that's a 2-1 start here for the Hardhats catcher and Reese Palmer. As the Hardhats still holding on to that 7-3 lead. As Tobin staring at Burris on second, the pitch is in for strike 2. So Palmer stayed patient here on all 4 pitches. And a tied 2-2 count. As Tobin takes a second off of the bump, as he gets it right back on there. The runner on deck for the Hardhats and Hudson Ogle. As a 2-2 pitch to Palmer takes a swing, as this one will go almost right past the announcer's booth for the foul ball and out of play. As another shot here given on the same count for Reese Palmer. As 6 hits for the Hardhats, along with 4 for Renner. Each team having 2 errors in the 7-3 lead for the Hardhats. As here is Tobin. Delivers the 2-2 pitch. Palmer a swing, a soft ground ball. As the pitcher, he will make the throw anywhere, so that's going to be a base hit for Reese Palmer. As that's for his first here of the game and adds for his 8th hit on the season. And now with only 1 out, as a courtesy runner, as we're going to wait for one to come out of the dugout here for the Hardhats, as Palmer stays on first. So they're going to, never mind, they're going to keep Palmer in. So no courtesy runner will come in for him. As Hudson Ogle up to the plate, as he is 1 for 1 on this game with a double that came to his last at-bat. He's going to get a base hit here. That one rolling into right field. As Burris will come in to score. Hardhats now up 8-3. First pitch, Hudson Ogle wastes no time. Gets for his 2nd base hit of the game. And now with Aiden Roberts, who comes up to the plate, we go back to the top of the order. As he is 2 for 2 with a single, a double, along with 2 RBIs. As Coach Downs has a talk here with the home plate umpire, just right off to the side of Roberts. As runners will still stay on first and second, as this will be an umpire meeting. As it looks like they will take a look here on a note card as their backs are turned towards us, but the home plate umpire and third base umpire will take a look. I honestly have no clue what's going on here. We'll find out here in a little bit. All umps meet together near the mound. As tomorrow is Pie Night, sponsored by Colonial House. If you want to come on by and stop for a baseball game and have some delicious pie, a fan favorite tradition here for Post 22. So it looks to be possibly about a courtesy runner. They're looking to Palmer. As Downs is making his way back towards the dugout. So this will also draw for a conversation with the Renner coach. But Palmer will stay there at second. So we don't have anything that changes. So there's still 1 out, and now we'll go to the at-bat here for Aiden Roberts. So after that quick hold-up, runners on first and second following the RBI single from Hudson Ogle. As now the 4th at-bat of the game for Aiden Roberts is a start, as the first one comes up high for ball 1. As Isaac Tobin looks down the middle, waits the call, as Palmer takes his lead off on second base. He takes a look over, kicks the leg, the 1-0, as the pitch is taken outside for ball 2 by Roberts. With Jackson Reeder on deck, runners on first and second with 1 out. In the bottom of the 5th inning, as Tobin brings the 2-0 pitch to Roberts. That one comes up high, as Roberts just leaning down Try not to get hit there. On 3 pitches, a 3-0 start with 1 base open at third as he gets the call. As the 3-0 comes to Roberts. This one's down the middle for strike 1. As Roberts will just take here possibly the next few pitches, trying to draw for that ball 4 and try to put bases loaded here for the first time for the Hardhats in this game. As Tobin the pitch, this one is going to get off, or that will be a hit by pitch, it looks like. As Roberts, that will be brought back as the home plate umpire says it hit the bottom of the bat. So Roberts, who thought he was going to get a hit by pitch, was ready to take the equipment off. But he gets pulled back here after that one gets off the bat. So full count with 1 away. As Tobin looks to second as the pitch comes. As this one is up for ball 4. As that will now put a runner on first. And Aiden Roberts following his walk, as that now makes it for his 11th walk on the season. And now Jackson Reeder, a lethal hitter, comes up to the plate with bases loaded with only 1 out, as he is 2 for 2 in this game with a single, a triple, with 2 RBIs and a walk. As Tobin offers the first pitch to Reeder, this one will go right down the middle, counted for strike 1. As Tobin looks at all the base runners, Reeder sways the bat down low, puts it back up to the shoulder. As Tobin kicks and deals on the 0-1 pitch, as that one is outside. A good take there from Jackson Reeder. As he looks over to Coach Downs outside of the batter's box, now facing a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Lean on in from the pitcher in Isaac Tobin. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on by Reeder, he gets a piece of it for a foul ball. That goes up and out of play. So the count now pulled here to 1-2. As the center fielder and Bridger Karn on deck. As Tobin gets his feet placed where he wants them after returning to the bump. 1-2 for Reeder in his wide stance in the lefty batter's box. As the pitch comes to the plate, Reeder looks, and that one called for strike 3. So that will bring us the second out here of the inning. As the strikeout looking to Jackson Reeder. As now here for Bridger Karn, the center fielder, as he comes up to the plate. Karn, who is 1 for 2 on the day, a single and a strikeout, also tallying for an RBI, as bases remain loaded. As Tobin gets the pitch call from Donahoe. As the first one comes to Karn, as he holds back on the swing. That one is low for ball 1. As Tobin makes his way back on the hill. Karn, the right-handed hitter, as he did not start the game in center field, as it was Lars Kiefer, as he comes out of the game with an injury back in the first inning. 1-0 start for Karn, as Tobin's pitch comes up high for ball 2. So the base runners in Reese Palmer on third, with Hudson Ogle on second, and Aiden Roberts on first. 2-0 start for Bridger Karn, as Tobin the pitch, swung on, a ground ball hit to the shortstop. He bobbles it, underhands it to second, and that will be out number 3. So the ground out, the underhand throw to second for 3 away. As Postway 2, they get 1 run there in the bottom of the 5th inning as they make it an 8-3 lead. So we're going to take a short break on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the 6th inning.
The answer pitch for the Hardhats is number 21, Maddox Kraft. Taking Giddings goes 5 innings, allowing 3 runs and 4 hits. With 3 strikeouts, he put out in the tape.
Welcome back as we're ready to go here to start the 6th inning. As we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Post 22 Hardhats, and number 21, Maddox Kraft. As for Kraft here on the season, 5 innings pitched. He has a 1-win and no loss record with no strikeouts, with 1 batter walked, and triple zeros across for the ERA for Maddox Kraft, a right-handed throwing pitcher. As the leadoff hitter here for the Renner Royals in the top of the 6th inning is the left fielder number 42, Parker Scheit, as he is 0 for 0 here in this game with a sac bunt and a walk on 2 at-bats. As Kraft with the glove over the face as the first pitch coming, as this one is going to hit him off the elbow. So first pitch is the hit by pitch. And that'll put a runner on first in Parker Scheit as we now go to the third baseman, number 17, Dylan Creech. As Creech, who is 0 for 2, as he has a fly out into right field. As Kraft takes a peek over to the runner on first. As he has the pitch ready to go. The first one is swung on, up in the air into the right center gap as Hudson Ogle, who is under it, and makes the catch for the first out here of the 6th inning. As now Dylan Creech goes out. As now this will go to the shortstop in number 7, Jack Canfield. As Canfield, who is 0 for 2 in this game. Having a ground out that was hit towards Brixton Steen at second. As Kraft, the runner behind him on first, as he'll take a quick step off, as we've seen 1 balk here in this game, as that was the first run scored by Renner, as Giddings, who was ready to throw the pitch as he went into the stance, everything like that, and then took a step off. The runner on third allowed the balk to make it the 1-1 game. As Kraft, the first pitch, this one is down low near the turf for ball 1. As he steps back into the batter's box here for Canfield. It was the 7, 8, 9 hitters, the 3 batters due up in the 6th, as Kraft a quick throw over to first, as Turnquist is able to make the catch, but no tag is made, as the runner is safe on first. Kraft will kick the turf there on the bump, as he leans on in towards Palmer. Back into the box is Canfield as the right-hitting shortstop. As Kraft delivers the pitch, this one is in for a strike, so the count is even to 1-1 apiece. As Turnquist gets set and ready at first as he has his glove up. As Kraft waits here on the call from Palmer. As the 1-1 runner takes off to second, Palmer the throw. As Steen trying to get the tag over but not in time, so a stolen base for Parker Scheit. As that is the first stolen bag of the game for Renner. As the count now 2-1 here for Canfield. As Kraft has the ball on the right arm as it sways on the right side. Look over the runner on second, the 2-1 pitch, swung on. The ground ball that gets in, that's going to be a base hit into right field. Ogle scoops up as a throw home. Palmer is taken off of home plate. They throw to second, the tag. They're going to get him. So 1 run comes in a score for Renner. And that will take everybody off, and that's 2 outs as Jack Canfield tried to reach that one to second. As the throw came home, as Palmer zipped it across, as they get the runner out there. But 1 run comes in a score. Now the the lead is now 8-4 for the Hardhats. And now with 2 down, now we go back to the top of the order in the second baseman, number 3, Paxton Sohn. As Kraft delivers the pitch, this one takes a bounce off of home plate. And that will register for ball 1. As Kraft waits on Palmer with Alex McKinney on deck. As a glove out in front of the face, the 1-0 pitch. This one again down to the turf and into the glove of Palmer for ball 2. As Kraft will get his arms loosened up. After the first batter he saw in Parker shy with a hit by pitch. Followed with a stolen base, and he scores the run. As a swing here from Paxton Sohn gets a piece of it for a foul ball. As the home plate umpire will walk up a fresh one here for Kraft. As he will get his grip on that one. Takes a second here off of the mound. 2-1 here for Paxton Sohn. As he is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. As Giddings finished the game with 3 strikeouts, allowing 3 runs and 4 hits. As Kraft delivery on the 2-1. This is Swan on a ground ball. Hits a Burris at third. He picks it up, throws to first, and makes it for the 3rd out of the top of the 6th inning. So 1 run score there for Renner. And now they have cut the lead to half, but the Hardhats up 8-4 as they enter the bottom of the 6th. This could be the last time we see the Hardhats bat as the leadoff hitters, as it will follow as it will go to Regan Turnquist, to Brixton Steen, and Hadley Burris. As those will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up in the bottom of the 6th inning. As we're going to see a new pitcher on the mound here for Renner. As this is number 14, Preston Larson. As Larson, another right-handed pitcher. This is the 2nd new pitcher here for Renner. After it started off in the game with Owen Lechtenberg and followed with Isaac Tobin. As for him, just a total of 4 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, with a couple of walks, allowing runs. As Preston Larson will see another right-hander come up. As Turnquist with leadoff duties for him here on this game, 0 for 3, as he has 2 groundouts. Coach Wolf on first base and Coach Downs on third. As a righty here in number 14, Preston Larson gets in his warm-up pitches after he comes in for Isaac Tobin.
Leading up the inning for post 22, number 15, Regan Turnquist.
As Turnquist makes his way up here to the plate. As the right-handed batter versus the right-handed pitcher. Takes a look in the outfield as he's up and on the way on his bump. As the windup comes, the first pitch to Turnquist is up high of the strike zone, makes it for ball 1. 1-0 start for Turnquist, the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 6th. As the next pitch is down low for ball 2. As Larson firing these one quickly away. As the 3rd one coming, the 2-0 pitch. Turnquist the swing, a ground ball to the shortstop. The scoop up there from Canfield, the throw to first. As a ground out from Regan Turnquist for the 1st out here of the inning. As now the 2nd baseman, number 13, Brixton Steen, as he comes up to the plate. As for Steen, who is 0 for 2 on 2 groundouts, as he also has a walk here in this game. As the first lefty that Larson will face off against. As he offers the first pitch, this one is in that top corner on the inside of Brixton Steen for strike 1. as he pulls the bat back up to the shoulder, as a quick step off there from Larson on the mound. So Steen back into the batter's box to see his second pitch. As the 0-1 comes, as Steen holds off that one again, inside takes it for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out on the bottom of the 6th. Here to Brixton Steen. As the pitch, this one is low and inside for ball 1. As Steen stays patient, trying to find the right one he wants to take to try to get his first base hit of this game. As the 1-2 takes a bounce in the turf, as that one goes into the chest pad of Sam Donahoe for ball 2. As Steen brushes off, as the 2-2 pitch comes, swung on, a hard hit, that one up in the air to right field, as the catch is made from McKinney. As the fly out there from Steen brings us to the second out of the 6th inning. And a lot of hang time on that one, going right into right field. So 2 down, now we go here to the third baseman, and number 14, Hadley Burris. Burris, who has 2 walks today, along with a flyout, has 2 runs scored. As Larson the first pitch, this one comes up high for ball 1. As a tap there from Burris. Next pitch he sees, this one down right above home plate for ball 2. 2-0 count with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. Hardhats up 8-4. As the third pitch up high for ball 3. Burris, a pair of walks here in this game. He wouldn't add for a third. As the 3-0 pitch comes, Burris takes a swing. This one has hang time in right field, as under it is McKinney, as he makes the catch for the third and final out of the 6th inning. As we'll take a short break on Hardhats TV, as we're 3 outs away from seeing another Hardhats victory, as we'll take a short break and we'll be back to start the 7th inning.
All right, Hardhat fans, we're 3 outs away from another post-22 victory. It's the final countdown. Let's hear you.
Ready to go here to start the 7th inning, as I apologize I had the mute button on, as that is my mistake there through that 6th inning, as that won't happen here for the 7th, but the Hardhats 3 outs away from another victory, as they will meet Maddox Kraft there on the mound. As they will click on the Hardhats, as Kraft and Palmer fist bump each other before they will split off. As up to the plate is the right fielder Alex McKinney, as on his last at-bat hit with a flyout into right field, as he also has a walk here in this game. So Kraft with the glove out in front of him, the first pitch coming. This one is down low for ball 1. As Kraft, who came in to throw his first inning in the last inning after coming out for the starter in Tatum Giddings. As the 1-0 pitch, the windup from Kraft, this will be swung on right back to him, makes the catch, and the little jog in the underhand of Turnquist, and the ground up for the first out of the inning. First of 3 for the Hardhats, and now pulls up the catcher in number 11, Sam Donahoe. As McKinney, the soft ground ball that goes just straight back to Maddox Kraft. As for Donahoe with a multi-hit game here for the Royals, as he is 2 for 3 with 2 singles in a groundout. As the second batter here in the 7th inning. As Kraft kicks the leg, the first pitch coming, this is swung on. This one is going into the left center gap, as Ogle trying to make a diving catch. He couldn't get a hold of it, as it'll be picked up, as that will be in for a double for Sam Donahoe, as he gets for his 3rd base hit of the game. As that was a great effort made from Hudson Ogle in center field, as him and Carnes switched from center to right. Just trying to attempt the diving catch, very close, as now the courtesy runner and Dawson Horst will come in. As now will be the designated hitter, number 21, Colin Boyle, as he comes up to the plate here with the runner on second with one away. As Kraft waits for the pitch call. As here comes the first one. This is Swan on, popped up in the air as Kraft giving chase, but Turnquist will call out for it and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. One more out away from a Hardhats victory as the pop up there from Boyle. And now we'll pull up the first baseman, number 12, Landon Norenberg. As the Hardhat fans, they cheer on for one more out to get a victory for Norenberg, who is 1 for 3 here in this game on his last at-bat, hit for a single, also with a ground out and a strikeout. As Kraft looks to the runner on second. Offers the first pitch. This is Swan on, popped up in the air as Palmer ditches the mask, and he is under and makes the catch. And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Post 22 Hardhats with a final score of 8-4 as they will defeat the Post 307 Renner Royals in Game 1 of the doubleheader. As Maddox Kraft finishes out that game as Tatum Giddings, as he will earn the win. As that will do it here for Game 1 of the doubleheader. As the Game 2 will start in about 30 minutes. So around 7:45, 8 o'clock is when Game 2 will start. So we'll step away here from Hardhats TV. We'll be back shortly for Game 2 as we'll see you here in a little bit.